Welcome to my video. Today I'm going to be discussing professional development, strategies for teaching reading comprehension, direct teaching of comprehension, dual coding theory, cognitive flexibility theory, and metacognition. Teachers need support and training to properly activate comprehension instruction in the classroom. Studies showed teachers that went through extensive training felt confident in leading students to new levels of comprehension understanding. Professional development also helps teachers get new ideas and not become stagnant in their instruction. Teaching strategies have become second nature in today's classroom. To reach every student is every teacher's goal. Classroom library, read aloud selections, and student selections are main ways to activate different types of comprehension in students. Research is an ongoing process with learning how teachers teach, differentiated instruction, and professional development. The goal of the future is for students to be independent and to know what strategies to use to comprehend a text. The classroom will use multiple types of text, besides a basal reader or a reading program, to activate students' comprehension. Our goal as teachers is for students to become leaders and independently work by themselves. Next, let's move on to dual coding theory. Dual coding means verbal imagery and visual imagery. One code of the brain is used for representing and processing language. Another code is representing and processing non-linguistic objects. In other words, you're imagining pictures as you read. These codes help us experience the world through our own eyes. When we read, we use automaticity to form imagery in our minds. This helps or constrains reading comprehension by the reader's experiences. Dual coding theory uses imagery or concrete examples to activate specific content from text. Teachers need to guide students to create pictures in their minds while reading to comprehend what is happening. Technology has given way to allow students to express their imagery side of comprehension. Students create picture webs, picture definitions of words, PowerPoints, storyboards through video, and even Skype to other areas of the world. Dual coding theory activates what's already there and helps students dig deeper to understand the concepts that are being taught. As teachers, using dual coding theory and activating imagery for students also helps in the upper grades when chapter books are the main source of reading text. Dual coding theory helps activate the imagination in children and allows your classroom to come alive with concepts, pictures, and ideas. Now let's move on to cognitive flexibility. Cognitive flexibility is when a reader can juggle between all the processes involved in reading a text. Students sometimes have struggling because they focus on the letters and words instead of comprehension of a text. Cognitive flexibility deals with the ability to process words and group them according to the meaning, sound, or pattern. The more a person reads and becomes exposed to various texts, the more comprehensible a text becomes. Cognitive flexibility can be taught in the classroom. Small group instruction is optimal to achieve success with these concepts. Fluency is a big factor of comprehension because many students have been trained to test for dibbles, or how many words per minute can you read, and never hear what they are reading due to speed. Understanding cognitive flexibility will help teachers assess students. The data will help students receive intervention and further instruction of comprehension strategies. Cognitive flexibility sometimes has to be taught through explicit instruction. Some students cannot juggle between all these processes involved in reading. Let's move on to metacognition. Metacognition is when you're thinking about thinking. Older students realize when we read for meaning. Younger students focus on words and decoding words. Instruction is also helpful in metacognition. Metacognition is being aware of thought processes. Teachers use read-alouds with think-alouds to show children how to guide their thinking when they're reading. Metacognition should be scaffolded so the teacher releases responsibility to her students through explicit instruction. Use of technology can help students make gains of reading comprehension by use of tape-recorded books or audiobooks. Explicit instruction of reading comprehension strategies are what students need. They need to know why and how to use different strategies for the text they encounter. Students should see the strategies over and over to effectively assess their comprehension and metacognition of a text. Teacher-led and student-led instruction are both significant parts to achieve an automaticity of comprehending a text. Students should be encouraged to have a love for reading by the types of books available to them. They should also know reading strategies are for life. Adults use reading strategies every day. We use them when reading newspapers, when we're reading email at work, or even when we're reading notes from a medical chart as nurses do. Professional development, teaching strategies, dual coding theory, direct teaching, cognitive flexibility, metacognition. These are all important parts of reading comprehension. Remember, our goal as teachers is to reach every student in our classroom. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you learned a few new things about reading comprehension.